After Vinicius Jr. tormented Manchester City in yesterday's match and was named man of the match, even rival coach Pep Guardiola felt compelled to praise the Brazilian star, admitting that the City's taunts were a mistake. And it's worth noting that just before the game, he had fueled tensions by claiming that Rodri deserved the Ballon d'Or. Stick around till the end, as we'll show you how Guardiola and some of the top newspapers reacted to Vinicius' performance. I also want to hear your thoughts on a controversial topic. But before we continue, please subscribe to the channel to help us grow. I noticed that 80% of people watching our videos aren't subscribed, so please hit like and subscribe to help us reach 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you never miss a video. First, let's hit our goal of 1,000 likes for this video. Now that you're subscribed, let's dive into the news. Well, folks, Vinicius continues to dazzle with Real Madrid in the Champions League, and it's almost funny because, in these early 2025 matches, he hadn't been performing at his best. When I say he wasn't playing well, I don't mean he was playing badly, but rather that he wasn't the Vinicius we've grown accustomed to over the last couple of years, the best player in the world. It wasn't an exaggeration to say that both Mbappe and Bellingham had started the year better. Plus, something seemed to be bothering Vinicius, and in several recent matches, he had been picking up yellow cards for complaints. He even had a heated exchange with Modric on the pitch, and it's not like Modric lacks authority within the club. No wonder that, even before the match yesterday, some journalists asked Ancelotti what was going on with Vinicius, even hinting that he might be injured or struggling. The Italian coach just dodged the question. But as soon as an important Champions League game came around, everything went back to normal. The only thing missing from his performance was the goal, but apart from that, he did everything else. Within just 5 minutes, he had already made a brilliant move, nutmegging Ruben Dias in midfield and delivering a perfect outside foot pass to Mbappe. Then, he hit the post and, of course, played a direct role in the second goal and assisted Bellingham for the third. In this first knockout match of the Champions League for Real, he made it clear that when the pressure is on, the club can count on him. He won't shy away, nor feel the pressure. And there were still people, during the warm-up, saying that the provocative banner from City fans would be enough to unsettle him. Little did they know that, in fact, it would only serve as extra motivation. Now, check out how some of the world's top newspapers assessed the Brazilian's performance. AS wrote, "Within minutes of the game, Vinicius made sure to show that he doesn't back down from the pressure of the English fans in the stands, greeting them with a beautiful dribble past Ruben Dias in midfield, followed by a perfect outside foot pass to Mbappe." Despite not scoring, the Brazilian forward led the merengue victory with a performance of someone who knows the way to win in big games. Lucky for Madrid to have Vinicius, unlucky for City, who year after year have to face an inspired Vinicius and an immortal Madrid. Marca first criticized City's team before praising Vinicius. City is a vulnerable team, conceding many chances in defense and not producing even half of what they used to. By far, Guardiola's worst team. It's amazing how a great team can turn into an average one when an unorganized team faces players like Vinicius Jr. The tendency usually prevails. The Brazilian attacked Pep Guardiola's team in every possible way and, relentlessly, led Madrid to victory. It seems that the social media taunts and the banner from the fans before the whistle didn't affect a player who's used to this level of competition. Mundo Deportivo wrote, "Vinicius showed that, despite not being in the best overall form, his performance remains top tier in the Champions League." Mbappe, who was substituted, watched from the bench as Vinicius hammered away until the end, securing the comeback for the merengue team. A tough situation for Manchester City, who now face their worst nightmare, a packed Santiago Bernabeu, with an advantage built away and desperate for qualification. But undoubtedly, the most notable name that gave in to Vinicius yesterday was none other than rival coach Pep Guardiola, who said, "This has happened many times, and if something happens many times, it's because I can't find the solution. This was the first year Madrid played better. They were better with the ball, we were a bit anxious. When you're up 2-1, you don't know whether to advance or fall back, it's normal. The players made their decisions in the moment, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. We'll try to improve for the next matches. Real Madrid played very well, had chances, and connected better than in other games. We didn't know how to handle it. Maybe the banner motivated Vinicius Jr. to have A great match. He's an incredible player and had an extraordinary game. The way he maintained such high intensity for all 90 minutes really hurt us. On the third goal, even in injury time, he still managed to speed up and beat our defenders. He's truly fantastic. He causes us problems every year. And as I mentioned in previous videos, the time has come in the season where, from here on out, it's all that matters. Of course, the numbers that players have built since August are important, but when it comes to the major individual awards like the Ballon d'Or, this part of the season is without a doubt the most crucial. As the French player Tchouaméni said after the win yesterday, Real Madrid's season starts in February. For those who missed it, recently a ranking for the current Ballon d'Or standings came out, with 1. Salah in first, 2. Rafinha in second, 3. Mbappé in third, 4. Vini in fourth, 5. Lewandowski in fifth. All of them are having fantastic seasons. So, based on that, what can we conclude? If Liverpool wins the Champions League, the Ballon d'Or will most likely go to Salah. If Barcelona wins, there's a good chance it goes to Rafinha, and a slightly lesser chance for Lewandowski. If Real wins, we'll likely see the award go to either Vini or Mbappé. And even if you have doubts about Vini winning, even if he's the standout player winning the Champions League again, the fact is that this year, there are no international tournaments to complicate things. This changes everything, as without the pressure of international competitions like the World Cup or the Euros, the chances of a club player standing out are much higher. We won't have that political game of forcing another candidate, like what happened with Rodri last year after his European title with the national team. The absence of international tournaments gives more space for Vini and other club players to shine individually, without distractions or external competitions that could influence the voters. So, there won't be a way to push another candidate, like they did with Rodri after the Euros last year. The focus is on what happens on the pitch in the clubs, and whoever shines the most will have the best chance to claim the prize. And in Vini's case, his skill, consistency, and ability to decide crucial matches, as he did last year and in this current season, make him one of the top favourites for the Ballon d'Or in 2025. The competition will be more of a fair and balanced contest, without external interference, and the spotlight on club competitions will be even more valued. Whether the Ballon d'Or will return to Brazil in 2025 is uncertain, but the fact is that our chances are solid, with 2 players in the top 4. Additionally, both Real Madrid and Barcelona have strong chances of going far in this Champions League. With Vini Jr.'s consistency and the strength of other Brazilian stars like Neymar or Paqueta, the chances of seeing the Ballon d'Or return to Brazil are higher than ever. Brazilian football, despite facing challenges in some editions, seems to be back at the global elite, and this is a reflection of a collective effort of talent and strength. Now, I want to know your thoughts. Does Vini have a chance to win the Ballon d'Or this season if he leads Real to the title? Or are you already in the group that thinks, after what he did last year and didn't win, it's because he'll never win it? This is an important point to reflect on. The 2023-2024 season was historic for Vini, and many people believe that if he didn't win the award then, his chances have decreased. But we can't forget that football is unpredictable, and a reward for a great season can come at any time. Also, winning the Champions League again could be the decisive factor in him finally claiming the long-awaited individual award. Comment below with your honest opinion. Your take on Vini Jr.'s performance and how it affects his chances for the Ballon d'Or is super important. After all, you've been following his journey closely, and your ideas are always valuable. Will he finally reach this long-awaited milestone? Or is there still something missing for him to truly cement himself as the best in the world? I'm waiting for your comment to see what you think about all of this. And if you haven't seen what Vini himself said in his post-game interview for the City fans, I'll leave that video showing up on the screen now. His own words might give some insight into how he views his journey and how he's handling the pressure. May God bless you, and thanks.